Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Emma. Here we talk about homeschool, motherhood, and lifestyle. And today I bring you a review of Get Set for School. This is from Learning Without Tears. And I want to give you a review from the perspective of a older child. It's not for a 4-year-old. This is a 4-year-old level for a 4-year-old. And today I just want to give you a review from the perspective of an 8-year-old. Okay, so see you after the intro. Okay guys, so I just want to give you a review of this book. This is Learning Without Tears. This is the pre-K book, the pre-K set. I didn't purchase the teacher guide or the teacher manual. I decided to go just with the books. So this is how they look inside. Let me give you a quick view of how they look inside, and I have a video of already where I do a flip through the pages, but I just wanted to give you a quick view. It has numbers as well, shapes, and it has a little bit of checking for readiness here. Okay. So this book is meant for 4 years old, but I use it with my son. He's an 8.5 years, and I decided to use it with him because I thought that he needed more practice with printing. He's really good with cursive. My son has some learning differences, and he's really good with cursive, which you would think that is more difficult, but he needed more practice with the printing. He needs more practice with the fine motor skills, so I thought it was going to be a good idea, even though he's an 8-year-old, for him to do this book, and I was not wrong. It says in here that it's meant for 4-year-olds, and but it worked really well with my kid. So in here you have alphabet knowledge, crayon skills, drawing and coloring, color and shape recognition, counting and numbers, letters, and beginning writing skills. That is the reason why I decided to use it, even though it's for pre-K kids, just because he will have more time practicing his fine motor skills, developing his fine motor skills, and it actually worked. I was right with that. So it's not very fun with the part that he has to color. He doesn't like to color much, but I still try to make him color the pictures, at least try to convince him to color them and draw, just because it's part of the fine motor skills, and that is something that probably is not helping him, and he's lacking on the strength that he requires. So I use these books, and I use this therapeutic, and I show it on another video. You can check that video. I will leave the link in the description box where I show how I use this. This is therapeutic, and therapists use these to strengthen the muscles for the fingers or the hands. Usually they use these when somebody has gotten in an accident, so they use these to work with their motor fine skills. But I am using it with my kid, and they use it as well with kids to work the motor fine skills. Okay, so we've been using this book, and it's been working really good for him. He had the chance to practice printing. As I said, he was not very fond with the part that he has to color or the drawings. They're very beautiful drawings, but he's an 8-year-old, and this is a pre-K book. It worked for what I was trying to do, which was create that strength and working with his printing. He's gotten a lot better, and I think it did help him as well with the coloring. He's coloring now better. It is important. It might don't look like it's not important to convince them to practice, help them to practice coloring. Coloring is a very important part, and every kid should have like a coloring book or something where they can practice, because the way that you grab the crayon is not the same way you grab the pencil. You tend to change a little bit your hand, and it requires a different strength. So I think it was really good for him as well. He has practice with the shapes, and it did. I see difference from where he was practicing, and as you can tell when he was drawing, he's a lot better than how he was before with his coloring, his printing, and I think it's been working excellent for him. And as I said, it was a set. So in here we have my first lowercase book, and in here you're going to notice that this book did the job. So in here he's practicing the lower cases. It has pencil pickups in here, so they can practice that, and a little bit of coloring. And as you can see in here, I can see already the difference from his printing. This is for them to practice the capital letters. And in here, in here we have the lowercase alphabet. So I did notice a big change in the way that he was doing the letters, forming the letters, and it was easier. The way he was grabbing the pencil improved. Really good. And I noticed that it did make a difference for him. If you notice, every letter, it doesn't go in the order of the alphabet. It goes more in the order of where the shape of the letters start with. So in here we have the letter L, then we go for letter C. And with the letter C, you just make another C, and then you make the O. And it's easy for them to relate it that way, and it's easy for them to do the letters that way, because they say, okay, it just has another C to create that O. And it's easy. So it did help him. I see that he improved with his printing. And I'm going to show you how it looks now with some of the words that we practice for All About Spelling from the All About Learning Press program. And if you notice, his printing improved a lot. I can see that it looks really good. And yes, it's the combination as well that he's doing other stuff. He has another writing program as well, but I can tell you that it did work, and I see the difference from where he was not doing everything at the beginning. His printing was lacking. It didn't look proper. The B's, it didn't look like a B. And I see now that it improved a lot. So I will say that I do recommend this book. I am talking from the perspective of as a working with an 8-year-old. I know this is for a pre-K, but if you have a child with learning differences or they need more practice with their hand printing, or they need more motor skills, I think this is a good book for that. He was not very fond with the drawings. Sometimes if you notice, some of the pictures were not completely colored. I just let it slide. I let it go, and I just asked him to do the letters, and he was fine with that. He didn't complain, and he liked it as well. He enjoyed doing this, and I do think it's a good idea for you to try with this program, and promise you it will work with your kid, because what works for me might not work for you, and what works for you might not work for me. But I tried with my kid and it did work. So I do recommend this program. And keep flip through the pages in one of my videos so you can see how it looks inside. I suggest you to look at that video if you are still thinking about it. It's a good idea. Sometimes our websites, they just preview a few pages of the book, And that's it. That's about it. I like to do flip through the pages because maybe you are just like I am. I like to see more than just 2 or 3 pages to be able to make a decision of if I think it's going to work or if it's not going to work for my kid. So I hope you enjoyed this review. If you did and you think it was helpful, please don't forget to hit like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I will see you then. Bye bye.